Hello and welcome to episode 63 of VocTer Gaming. I'm your host, the vocal terrorist, Jesse Rain, and we are here with a best of 5 series from the Gigabyte Cup between these two players. First of all, our green Protoss, he is Grubby. And spawning up at the top right, we have our yellow Terran, he is EmpireHappy. Okay, so before we begin, big news. Again, this weekend, European Gaming League. Get down there, it's at the Emirates Stadium. If you can't get there, watch the stream. There's some great casters. Leon, Mr. Bitter, and Adrenal, I think, is the third caster. Going to be really, really fun anyway, so you guys need to be watching that. It is going to be pretty excellent. Also, I have some news for you. There is a band, Glitter Punch, fantastic techno-y kind of band. They are doing me an intro song and video very, very shortly. So we are going to have some sexy new graphics for the YouTube channel, which is going to be very, very nice. But now, I want to talk about these two players a bit. These are two players, I don't know, many of you won't be familiar with them. I know some of my viewers are only really familiar with the Korean scene. As we see Happy here building his barracks. Grubby is down here, the Protoss. He's a Dutch player, he's a former Warcraft 3 player. Interesting fact about Grubby, he is ranked in the top 10 Warcraft 3 players in terms of money earned every year since 2004. This guy is a serious pro gamer. And so I've been following his Starcraft 2 victories as closely as I possibly can, and he's very, very good. As we notice, he is fast expanding here as Protoss, something we don't normally see. This is before Gateway. That is absolutely incredible. Happy will scout it, but I'm not sure there's a lot he can do with the new barracks build times. Obviously, he is going to rally Marines down here to try and shut it down. But, of course, this Gateway will get up, and he should be able to pop a few Zealots out. Of course, Zealots can be slightly kited by Marines at the start of the game. But as well as that, to go back to the players, Happy here is a Russian player, also a former Warcraft 3 undead player, who was again very, very good. So kind of what this week is about, assuming it runs for the whole week and that Grubby or Happy don't just 3-0 the other person. But what this week is about looking at Warcraft 3 players moving into Starcraft 2, like these two have. Both really, really successful Warcraft 3 players, and we're going to watch and see how that affects their Starcraft 2 games. And of course, this is a really good series, and it's from the Gigabyte Cup, which is absolutely brilliant. Now, a bunker has been built down here at the Nexus. There are 4 probes out now, 7 probes now, taking down that SCV, and are going to take down this bunker miles before any Marines arrive. Or should. Instead, he's not. He's going to bring the Zealot out. 1 Marine is here right now. 1 Marine, of course, can slightly kite that Zealot, but if he gets the probes involved... Nope, he's going to go back to taking down this bunker. Really nice play, but unfortunately another Marine is going to come down, and this is going to spell disaster. Well, not disaster, obviously. This is not going to be enough to fully destroy this. He is chrono boosting out a Stalker now, having built the Cyber Core. So that will help. Now this Zealot, if this Zealot can sneak around here and stop, no. If he'd have been able to stop that Marine from getting in, oh, let's both Marines in. But unfortunately for Happy, that bunker is going down. He has salvaged it. We'll get a few probe kills here, but will not take down this Nexus. So that is a decent start for Grubby. This Stalker is out now. He can bring the Zealot in. With the Stalker here, the Marines will no longer be able to kite the Zealot. And 1 Marine goes down, and soon after the 2nd Marine goes down, and Happy now aborts that. He does have Hellions out now, however. If we pop back into the base to see everything that's going on, we have 1 barracks, we have 1 factory, right now no reactor, is planted out at the bottom of his ramp, gonna stop any, or at least funnel the Protoss through this gap, also through this. This, of course, the neutral supply depot to stop the double pylon block that was occurring a while back. Happy is also getting a bunker at the top of his ramp, and is also, of course, getting out a Banshee with Cloak, ASAP. Helny's now coming in, trying to do damage to the probes. Right now, there are another Stalker here, but of course, they want to keep these on the ramp, on hold position. As we see, to stop any Hellion run-bys. Really nice move there. And that shuts down that attack. Now, Cloaked Banshees could be devastating right now. We have a Stargate coming. Oh, no. Okay, Stargate is really good because, obviously, he's going to get Phoenixes. Phoenix is good against Banshees. Unfortunately, if you don't get a Robo, and he goes Cloaked Banshee, you ain't seeing that Banshee. And if you don't see that Banshee, it's okay, he's getting a Robo. If the first thing that comes out of this is an Observer, Grubby is my new hero. Because we have right now a Banshee on the way. Has this probe seen it? No, it is just behind this probe. Oh, the Phoenix catches it though, and Cloak isn't done. This first Banshee is going to die, and there's nothing he can do about it. Oh, did he cancel Cloak, in fact? Yep, he cancelled Cloak. Utterly pointless now. Oh, absolutely brilliant there by Grubby, catching that Banshee before Cloak was finished. Dropping 2 more gateways, chrono boosting out more probes. While in here we see a switch straight into barracks. 4 barracks and an expand from Happy. But Happy, make no mistake, is behind now. He banked a lot. And in fact, lifting there the Hellion with the Phoenix so the Stalker can kill it. 2 Stalkers out now. Now, Happy banked a lot into that Banshee. And unfortunately, it cost so many minerals. It cost so many minerals to get the Cloak. So much build time. All went into that Banshee. And he lost it before it did any damage whatsoever. That is really, really bad. As we see, this command center is morphing to an orbital. I imagine we'll move it down here very, very shortly. Needs to do something to catch back up to the economy of Grubby, which is currently very, very good. Neatly saturated base here and here. And still, chrono boosting out probes. Has them queued up, in fact. Something we don't see very often from pro gamers. A robotic support bay, that is going to be for Colossus. Not getting the Observer, just going straight into Colossus tech, it looks like, off the back of this Phoenix production. That was such a wonderfully timed Phoenix production. I am in awe of that. More gateways going down now for Grubby. Grubby's really going to make the most of this economy. Looks like he's going to go your typical Death Ball style of Colossus out of 1 Robo to begin with a mix of Stalkers and Zealots. Little poke here by the Phoenix, just gonna see what's in the base. Does get caught there by those Marines, but can fly away. Stim and Combat Shield is on the way, but the extended Thermal Lance is on the way from Grubby. That is, of course, the Colossus range. Very, very useful upgrade. You see it all the time in Protoss games. This is a wonderfully versed Terran Protoss build, this. I am absolutely in awe. Getting that 1 Phoenix out, it is a huge investment in the Stargate just to get 1 Phoenix. But again, it's forced the Terran to build missile turrets here as well, and here. So that's extra minerals he's used on something that he didn't need it. He didn't need it on extra minerals on something he didn't need it. And now a forge is on the way, somewhere in the base. Here it is. We have a forge on the way from Grubby. Again, I'm going to imagine a +1 armor upgrade coming out first. Is he that kind of player? Come on, Grubby. No, he's +1 weapons. Okay. One day, Protoss players will agree with me that +1 armor is better than +1 weapons. But until that day, we will keep seeing +1 armor coming out first. Okay, things are going on. Nothing much is happening. Concussive shells on the way for Happy. Happy is just kind of patrolling this front area. Meanwhile, Grubby is taking a 3rd base. Grubby, you sneaky, sneaky Protoss boy. And getting a Twilight Council, I imagine, for Blink. But possibly going to go Archon as well to add to the Death Ball. Okay, we have a little bit of downtime. Nothing much is really going on engagement-wise between these 2 players. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Heart of the Swarm. For those of you who don't know, how the hell don't you know? Because this is the biggest news in ages. The 2nd Starcraft 2 game, the first expansion as it were, Heart of the Swarm, is on its way very shortly. They announced a lot of the details at BlizzCon. Many new units as that Marine dies horribly. Dark Shrine on the way, so it looks like he's going to go DT Archon, I imagine, to add to the Death Ball. I can't imagine Dark Templars doing much with the missile turrets out here. But yes, Heart of the Swarm is introducing many new units. 3 new Zerg units, 3 new Terran units, and 3 new Protoss units. Carriers are being removed, the Mothership is being removed, everything is being replaced. The Nexus is going to get some new abilities, so that's going to be really fun. And now Charge coming out first. Charge, of course, really good against the Bio Ball. And finally Ground Armour level 1 coming as well. Going to take down these rocks to allow him a quicker path across the middle to Happy's base. And we see the Phoenix just flying about, checking for any hidden Terran expansions. And now it looks like we're going to finally have an engagement. Lots of Vikings are going to take down their Colossus so quickly. There aren't enough Stalkers here to kill all these Vikings. The sentries do not do enough damage on their own. And those Colossi go down so quickly. Oh my, Grubby, that was a poorly timed move. Vikings, of course, take down so quickly those Colossi. Dark Templar are out now just for a bit of extra damage dealing. Mixed in with the army, going to perhaps force the Terran to use a few scans. Another command center is being built, so Happy is going to try and expand, I imagine, to this third base, but potentially to the small base here. Do have a pylon up here to allow him to keep vision on that base and to warp units in, if need be. Now, force was going down, but not enough. Not split off enough for that bio army. So the Vikings all land and add their damage, because of course there are no Colossi here, so it is pointless for them being in the air. But he does lose a lot of them. Now attempting to retreat, loses an Immortal, which is not what you want to do. Immortal's so costly. You really don't want to lose any of them at all. Happy is pushing very nicely right now. Very impressed with his micro there. And now another Immortal is on the way, not building Colossi at the moment because of that high Viking count. We do have a double forge, although the second one is not being used right now. DT on the way as well. He does have enough minerals, so I'm wondering why he's not upgrading. There we go. Was waiting for that Chrono Boost to come out. Nexus is rallying to here, and in fact he is building another Nexus here. Grubby, after getting smashed in those engagements, decides that the best way to react is to expand. Mobius reactor on the way now, so are we seeing ghosts? Is that a thing? Where? Here we are. We're seeing ghosts. I apologise for missing that. I got too interested in talking about Heart of the Swarm. Mobius reactor is on the way, along with +1 weapons finally for the Terran, and a second E-base. So he's going to try and catch up on those upgrades and an armory. This third base has been transformed now to a planetary fortress, help defending it against any kind of push from Grubby. The one thing he has to be careful of is Happy is going to be mined out on this base very soon. This base still has a while to go in it, but of course with mules these minerals will deplete very quickly. And now look at that, Templar Archives on the way, so we're going to see High Templar as well. Grubby, meanwhile, is being a sneaky snake. He's moving across the bottom of the map. Perhaps trying to sneak into Happy's third while Happy is away. But Happy is headed up towards the fourth base of Grubby. Grubby, you need to attack now. Grubby is going to move in and attack this planetary fortress. Will he manage to take it down? Yes, he absolutely will. There is no way that has been stopped. Zealots are so sick right now. Force fielding, trying to force field the sentries, the SCVs in. Does manage to kill a few. Going to lose an eBay and an armory. No, does move back before this bio army gets there, so loses virtually no units. I like it very much. Well timed by Grubby. Not only did he take that third down, but he pulled Happy back from attacking this fourth. And now ground weapons level 3 is nearly done. Once that finishes, these Zealots are going to absolutely kick the crap out of Happy's bio. As you can see right now, all these Vikings being landed because, again, no Colossi. I like that. Good play, Grubby. Grubby is really exciting me, by the way. That is impressive from him. He is playing this game so well. I wish he'd get this ground armor level 3, though. And finally does. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with Grubby's play right now. The Stargate Phoenix opening with just the one Phoenix. Oh, never mind, there's an engagement. I'm going to stop talking. No, they pulled back from one another. High Templar are out now. Of course, they don't have Storm yet. They only have feedback, but can feedback these Medivacs or the Ghosts. Ghost EMPs going down. Very nice EMPs. Losing shields on a lot of units. But it seems like he has enough to push this force back. Lots and lots going down now. I'd have liked to have seen him do a bit more damage there, but more units reinforcing now. Yes, forcing another stim from this bio army. Everything is in the orange right now. He is losing so much. Kiting back, but Charge is catching up with him. And now stim wears off. This DT is right in the middle of that army, killing left, right and centre. No scans coming from Happy. That was a decent engagement for Grubby. He did force Happy all the way back to his base. And now look at you, Grubby. You're expanding to your opponent's bases. You're getting blink. You're getting shield upgrades. Grubby, you sick boy. I am loving your play. I need to watch every game you've ever played. This is absolutely incredible. This is a way I've not seen a Protoss player play in a long time, especially with the fall of Protoss lately, apart from pretty much Huck and the occasional MC victory. This is insane. Grubby, I think I'm in love. I'm feeling a switch to Protoss occurring in my future. If Grubby's going to play like this, then I think I may need to play a few Protoss games instead of Terran. He's going to push down to this base again. Oh, this could be close to an end. If he loses this base again, there are now no minerals here. And there are very few minerals here. So if he cannot keep this third up, he's going to lose a lot. Feedback's going down to the Ghost, but EMPs do go off. So Grubby is forced to retreat. He's going to lose a lot of units here. Nice force fields do slow that army slightly, and a good storm does send him back. Archon's now being morphed. Grubby, though, is just taking this game by storm. 185 food to 126. His economy is insane compared to Happy's. I don't feel like there's a way back for Happy. Happy needs a really good engagement. I mean, if he can wipe out all the Immortals in one engagement and then have enough left to push, then just maybe he can start to come back. But 2 more robo facilities being built, and Protoss shields level 2. The first time I've ever seen Protoss shields be upgraded to level 2 in my life. That is crazy. He just has, look at this, gravitic boosters coming out now. When have we ever seen this upgrade? Ever. That is just silly. I don't even know what building gravitic boosters comes out of. Here, robotics bay. What does it do? Increases the movement speed of observers. He's now upgrading things for fun. That is all he's doing. He just wants to get every upgrade ever in this game. Pretty soon, I think we're going to see him upgrade Zerg melee attacks level 1. This base goes down. Happy, you need to get out of this game. You are beaten. Face it, lad. And there he goes. Happy GG's, and Grubby takes the game. Grubby drops another storm just for fun. Wow, what can I say? Grubby, you are a scary player. Happy, of course, did not play that the best, losing that Banshee early on and then never really being able to harass, never quite being able to defend that third. Really did not play up to the standard I've come to expect from him. But wow, Grubby, there is a reason you are in the top 10 of Warcraft 3 players every year since 2004, and that is because you are awesome. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back tomorrow with Game 2. See you all then.